Hello everyone and welcome to Inside the Taproom, part of the Laurel Highlands Pour Tour, where every month we're taking you inside a different brewery, winery, or distillery here in the Laurel Highlands. My name's Jared Bundy and I do digital marketing for Go Laurel Highlands. Now this month we are sitting down at Country Hammer Moonshine. We're in a new location today. We're going to hear all about that, all about all of the amazing flavors, new things coming up this summer and beyond. And I'm very excited to take you inside another distillery here on the Pour Tour. So who do I have with us today?
I am Tim Baureis. I am the owner of Country Hammer Moonshine.
I'm Kerri Bright, and I'm the general manager.
Awesome. Tim and Kerri, thanks so much for joining us. So, if I was coming into this store for the first time, what should I expect from Country Hammer?
We're a limited distillery. We feature 50 rotating flavors of moonshine.
Wow.
We also do have rum, gin, vodka, and bourbon, and agave. I call it Mexican moonshine. If you go to other parts of the country, they call agave Mexican moonshine.
Nice.
But our bread and butter are the flavored moonshines. We have a little something for everybody. A lot of people nowadays they're social drinkers and their goal is not to make it like a party or whatever. So we have some flavors that are a little lower in proof, like the adult chocolate milk. It's a cream base. It's a little lower in proof. It's really good in coffee, or you can take it straight out of the freezer. We just got done with St. Patrick's Day, and we had one that tasted like a shamrock shake. We called it Lucky Shine.
Wow.
They're big sellers. They're really, really big sellers. And then we have the traditional apple pie, which is like a lot higher in proof. It's 100 proof. But because we distill our corn 8 times, it's really, really smooth. So it's not going to feel like 100 proof.
Oh, so yeah, don't be thrown off by the content there. It's going to taste a lot different than you think.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, when you guys come in here and you have to take a look at this, I can only describe it for you on the podcast, but it's like a rainbow of moonshine flavors behind the counter. I've never seen so many different shades of moonshine available. So, what are some of your favorites? You said 50 different flavors. What are your go-tos?
I like the birthday cake. I'm just a big fan of, that's my go-to as far as my personal, and chocolate's go-to for me also, but.
My favorite flavor is the cinnamon candy. Mix it with ginger ale. It makes a really, really good drink. It's a little bit higher in proof. It's 100, so you can't drink a lot of it, but it's really good.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize. They think you have to drink it straight. We are legally allowed to sell this in bars. They can't sell the jars, but they can make drinks with them. And what we found out is the product's just a little too difficult, where they think because it's all flavored and ready to go, that's it, you stop there. But like what she said, the cinnamon candy is really good with ginger ale. You make a mixed drink out of it. We actually have a jar across the counter there. We put gummy bears in it.
Ooh.
So we soaked a bunch of gummy bears and worms in it, and you can just eat it. It'll soak up the alcohol. Actually, I said before, my favorite flavor is the birthday cake. The one to the left of the cinnamon candy is the birthday cake with the gummy bears in them.
Oh, that looks super good.
Yeah,
So if I was coming in here for the first time and I really was new to moonshine, like I hadn't really grown up with it or seen that around, where would you start me? What would a tasting experience look like if this was my first time trying moonshine?
It's a great observation, because a lot of people, there's just something about this product where everybody knows something about it and wants to be part of it, and all their neighbors are making it, or somebody at work's making it, but they're making it from Everclear. So this is an actual, it's real, it's legal. Everyone says it's a great product. So what we do is we try to find out what you normally drink. So if you're not a heavy drinker, like I said before, we have the adult chocolate milk. It seems to be, it's a cream base, it's a soy, it's gluten-free, it's very, for people's taste nowadays, it's very friendly. And it's really easy because all you do is put it in the freezer. You can put it in your coffee instead of creamer.
Wow.
So then we get some people that are familiar with the apple pie, and that's the staple. They always say if your apple pie is good, the rest of the product's good. So people that make their own homemade Everclear apple pie, we have them try that, and it's interesting to watch the look on their face because it's a lot stronger than what they make. The biggest thing that I've learned with this is there's a gauge. You can gauge the Everclear, or if you do have your home still, it's called a hydromometer. Once you put the flavors in it, the hydromometer doesn't work anymore. It's called a density meter. And when I went to go purchase one and they had payment plans on it, I knew I was in trouble because they're about, a cheap one's $20,000. So an average person isn't buying a density meter and putting it in their house. They're just throwing some Everclear in there and they're filling the rest of it with juice, and they have no idea how much the alcohol content is.
Right.
So that's what we go with the apple pie. We have something for everybody. Just like my go-to is birthday cake, or I'll do anything chocolate. Some people just really, really love like the blackberry, the blueberry. We have a cherry. We have like strawberry cheesecake, raspberry cheesecake. The orange dreamsicle, it's a higher proof one, and people seem to like it also. But we pretty much just get a feel of what your taste, what you like and what you don't like. And I've been in this for 4 years now, and I found out that everybody's different, and not everybody drinks liquor. But the adult chocolate milk, the cream-based one, it's we'll let you try some here when we're all finished and done. So.
That's the problem of doing a podcast. I'm always leaving with my hands full of something.
Sure,
There
we'll
you
take
go.
care of you.
All right. But it's always been amazing stuff. So yeah, there's some great introductory ways to try moonshine when you get in here, and to get something new, and to really, kind of, expand your palate, right? And try something new and different when you come in here. So yeah, let's keep moving and talking about everything going on here with Country Hammer. So you guys are in a new location.
Yeah, we just moved from next door. The space that we're in now, it's a lot bigger actually. It's more customer friendly and it's more visible when you come into the shopping center here. The address is 8865 Suite 22, Norwin Avenue. We're up in the Excella Plaza. We're up the Excella's up here, the State Store, Aldi's. We're way back in the corner, and it's our newest location.
It's fantastic. It's easy to find. It's right off 30, so you can even just pop off the turnpike and be here in a minute.
Exactly.
Pop right back on and continue on your way. So you're never that far away from getting some Country Hammer Moonshine. But it's great in here. I love the wood paneling all up on the walls, the shelving that's kind of built right in.
It's definitely our nicest location. We did just open another one up right before Christmas. It's in Sewickley. It's almost as nice. It's a lot smaller. When I saw the location, I fell in love with it. It's in downtown, right in the heart of Sewickley. I do have a competitor over the hill, and I just thought it was a good opportunity to get our foot in the door. And it was real easy to open up. Everybody's real nice, and it's a little different. That address there is 551 Beaver Street in Sewickley, and what's different about that one is it's the communities. Everybody likes to be active and outside, and they all walk around. So we get when the weather's nice, we get really, really busy up there, and there's a dog bakery next to us, and so we're dog friendly up there, so you can bring your dog in, but the people go up and get a biscuit for their dog or a cake. They have cakes for dogs up there too, and they come next door. The weather was beautiful this weekend, and we were really, really busy up there. You can really tell when it's colder or it snows or whatever that we're not busy. It's an interesting location, but it's right across the river from Moon Township, right across the Sewickley Bridge. That's our other new location right now.
Fantastic. So you guys are expanding. Any plans of expanding in the future?
Yeah, we right now have 5 locations. The one's in Clarendon. That's where we do the production and bottling. It's down by the mill. It's off the Elizabeth Bridge. We have one in Robinson Township that's been open a couple years. That one's 6091 Steubenville Pike. Has a McKees Rocks address, but it's Robinson Township. We have one in Bethel Park also. That's 5846 Library Road. It's Route 88. And the way the limited distillery license works, that we get 6 locations: the main location and 5 satellites. So I'm definitely going to open another one up. I've been looking aggressively. We're looking for something that's just convenient, real convenient. We focus on the boozy slushies. We do offer the experience if you want to come in and do the tastings and stuff. But I found a loophole. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but it's totally legal. We can do 6 more locations, and I'm going to do it. And within the next year, we're going to have six more Country Hammer Moonshines.
Wow! So
we're looking to go up into Cranberry. We're looking to fill some of the gaps. I'd like to open one up maybe in like Greensburg, and then another idea would be like have one between here in North Huntington and Greensburg, just because people's customer service, the lifestyles are busy. We do deliver. We're legally allowed to deliver, and we do it all the time. We have 2 today. We ship with MPA.
Great.
But if you want to come in and grab a slushie after work and grab a jar of adult chocolate milk, I mean, we're here for you.
Perfect. Well, can you walk me through the slushies? What goes into the adult slushies we have going on?
Well, the big
He can.
That's good.
The big difference what I have is it's been interesting. Like I said, the big thing what I've learned is there's just so many different products out there. If you go to a beer distributor or Sheetz, they'll sell Fireball, but it's malt beverage, and even though if the alcohol content on that's a lot lower, I can't sell liquor. I can't sell this at a lower alcohol content in sheets. So what I'm getting at is Get-Go sells the boozy slushies. Well, they're putting that malt beverage out of the can right into this. I'm making this from the moonshine.
Wow.
So I get it up to 190 proof. So we'll do a 5-gallon batch of strawberry daiquiri. I'm actually using professional TTB approved extracts to put in it, and I'm putting a half gallon of 190 proof corn whiskey into it. And that's what makes the slushies better. It doesn't have that malt beverage aftertaste. So I'm not saying the ones at Get-Go are bad or anything. And I can control the alcohol content where you can't do that at Get-Go, where whatever it is on the can, that's what it is. If it's like 6% or 7%. So most of these, so people say to me, they're like, well, I can go to Get-Go and get a slushie for $5. And ours are $6, but the quality is so much better, and you're actually getting 2 slushies because I'm putting twice as much alcohol into it.
Wow.
So that's the big secret, what I have going with my slushies. And we also have a cream-based one right now, left over from St. Patrick's Day. So that cream that I use from the adult chocolate milk, it almost tastes like a Frosty or a milkshake. It doesn't taste like a Rita's Italian Ice or a slushie.
Man, I really want that.
It's good.
You've done some French fries in that? Does that still work?
Yeah, sure. But that's our big sellers. I mean, on Sundays right now we have. If you mention Facebook and you saw it on Facebook, we do the slushies for $1. If you mention, and any other day they're half off. That'll probably go until the end of April, and then we're actually have new flavors coming out. So right now we have we had the adult chocolate milk one, the Lucky Shine Shamrock Shake one, strawberry daiquiri, and pina colada.
Man,
so we're gonna be changing them up. We got a new flavor coming up here, and when you're ready, we'll let you know what the flavor is.
Perfect. So make sure you stay tuned. You have always rotating different flavors of slushies that are going to be coming in and out, and always something new to try. And those deals are awesome. If you just want to come in and try one and see the difference between the Get-Go slushie.
Just mention that you heard it on here, or you saw it on Facebook, and on Sundays, the slushies are $1. They're 16 ounces. Any other day, they're half off. You just have to mention it.
Perfect. So you mentioned new flavors. What do you come up with those? Is this a team effort, or walk me through that?
It's a little of everything. It's funny because we'll do the production. We usually do it once or twice a week, and everyone says, "Oh, the list is so big. There's too many flavors." And then somebody says, "Why don't you try this?" And I'm like, "Well, if you want to stay an extra hour, sure." So the newest one we're going to have coming out here probably in about a week. It's going to be an adult strawberry milk. Ooh. So it's like the adult chocolate milk, but it's just going to be strawberry. I wanted to name it Nestle Quick, but Nestle's had an objection with it. And also I found out being older, not everybody knows what the Nestle Bunny is.
Really?
Or was, yeah. So.
Oh, man, not just aged me. Yeah. People don't know the Nestle Bunny. Come on.
So, and actually I found a loophole with that one, too, where if you didn't put the bunny on it, I could use the name or something. But we're just going to call it adult strawberry milk.
Okay.
And we're going to actually offer it in the slushie machines. And we're going to offer it in the retail sales of the moonshine too. And once again, we do the tastings again now. We started that about 3 weeks ago, where you can legally come in and get 1.5 ounces of the free tastings, free samples. And once again, we'll have it in a little refrigerator here, and you can come and we'll give you a sample of it. It's good. It tastes just like the Nestle Bunny.
Yeah. That sounds really good. Any ideas on what to mix that with? Or
once again, it's just like all the other cream ones. You can put it in your coffee, or you can just do shots out of the freezer or refrigerator.
Perfect.
Yeah. Every company says it, but we really do strive in customer service here. I take a lot of pride, and I push these guys pretty good. We'd have meetings, training sessions, stuff like that. So we had something about a month ago where we did. We got the slushie machines in the warehouse where we do the production, and I threw out some flavors out there and let them try and make drinks with it and stuff like that. I would like to have some kind of event once COVID is done, where we'd had something similar in the past where you come in and make your own flavor. We supply you with the extracts and stuff. It was fun. It was a good time. A lot of the stuff that I put out was stuff I tried already that wasn't gonna. One that I like, I'm a chocolate person. I wanted chocolate chip cookie dough. Ooh. We found out it was better in a blizzard than it is in moonshine. It just didn't turn out the way we wanted to. But that's pretty much what we do. I'll go out and look at the trends. For example, I Googled a couple months ago to see what we had to do for this year, and I put trendy drinks for 2021, and they put anything to go.
Anything to go.
Anything to go. It didn't matter what it was. So anything to go, because we're actually going to focus on drinks to go pretty hard this summer, especially at this location here, because we have the facility to do it now. So we have this one thing we're going to come out with. It's not a done deal yet. We're going to call it a Redneck Flask. So what happened was during the pandemic, I ran out of jars. I couldn't find any jars, so I found some plastic honey containers.
Cool.
And we didn't have to use them, so I have a bunch of plastic honey containers left over. So we're going to put mixed drinks in them and just call it a Redneck Flask.
Redneck Flask.
Yeah, so it'll serve like about 10 people. We'll sell it for $15. You can come in and we'll have like 2 or 3 different features. One will be like a Moscow Mule.
Nice.
Because you can use any of our flavors with the mule. It's called a hammered mule.
A hammered mule. I've never heard of that.
Hammered mule. So we put the ginger beer in it, and we put some 7-Up and some lime in it, and then it's really good. Like we have a peach tea flavor, we have a mango tea, a Long Island, a lemon. Any of those flavors we'll do, and we'll probably sell them for about $15.
Man, that's a really good idea, and I had no idea about the hammered mule. That's something fun to try.
And once again, the drinks are legal. We've always been able to do it, but it just didn't seem like anybody would buy into it until this past year with the demand. As long as you seal it, and you're supposed to take it home or take it to a place that you can legally drink it. That's how it works, because we get it all the time where people are like, how can you just take a slushie out of here? It's just like a 6-pack. It's like you have a choice. You take it home or you don't,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
So, you were talking a bit about the moonshine community. Kind of what is that like? Is it like the craft beer community, or are there collaborations in the moonshine community or something like that?
It is a little different. It seems like everybody knows something about it, but they're not as refined or educated with it as you would with like a bourbon group, like a following with the microbrews. My business plan, or the model all along, has been I've just tried to offer something good at a competitive price. You can go to the State Store and they have the Little Smoky or the Jimmy Johnson, and it's really close in price, but the quality's not there, and most of the alcohol contents are really low on all their product. We've gotten I'm very grateful to make it through all this, and we have a lot of incredible people supporting us, and every day I get emails saying the customer service was great, this was so good. It just seems like the people that want the backwoods stuff, we have it. It's the same stuff when I made it in the backwoods. It's all about the flavors. I get it up to 190 proof. The more I filter it, if you have a home still, if you filter it a bunch of times, you'll lose alcohol percentage and the content, and you'll lose like quantity too. Well, with the stills that I have, it doesn't really apply. So I keep it up to 190, and if I do like a 75-gallon batch, it comes to 30 gallons. I still keep pretty close to 30 gallons. But we blend this all from the 190, but we'll have someone come in and they want the backwood stuff. And it's 150 is the most we can sell, 150 proof. We have it, but if that's all I sold, I wouldn't stay in business. It seems like most of the people want the flavored moonshine.
Right, it makes sense. I've had the backwood stuff, but those days I think are pretty behind me.
Sure.
So yeah, now I come in. You guys have the great flavors. We have tons of great moonshine throughout the Laurel Highlands. So, you guys are a great stop, and a really unique stop for all of those flavors. And to get that, I don't know anywhere else you can stop and try, that many different things and really find something you're into. So what about these little Easter cartons you have on the tables right now?
There are Easter promotion. You can get 6, 8, 10, or 12 minis in an egg carton, and walk into somebody's house with an egg carton, and they get moonshine instead.
They're when we say minis, they're the airplane miniatures. They're 50 milliliters and 1.7 ounces. You can go to any State Store in Pennsylvania, and at the checkout counter they'll have like the little bottle of Jim Beam or whatever. I happen to get my hands on these jars that look like mason jars, and they're just miniature. They're 1.7 ounces or 50 milliliters. So they're really, really big sellers because everybody wants to try all 50 flavors that we have. And it's pretty much impossible. So you can come in and you can buy, like Kerri said, you can buy 6, or you can buy 8, or you can buy 10. And they seem that, I hear it all the time that people take them to their party and they go really quick, and we get a lot of repeat business because of it.
That's the same thing I do. Don't get me wrong, I love the big jars and everything, but I'm going to a party, you show up with a couple of those, and you have really fun flavors for everyone to try.
They're great gifts. They're just, we ran a promotion we had an Easter egg hunt this past weekend where you got an egg carton, you bought one, you got an egg carton free.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, we were pretty busy this weekend because of it.
I'm sure. So yeah, you don't think you have to come in here and get a big bottle of moonshine either. You can come
No.
in, get a... Go ahead, Kerri.
All the flavors are in the fifths and the minis, so there's not any flavor that you can't get in either size.
Same with the bourbon and the vodka and stuff. I learned over the pandemic, not everybody wants flavored moonshine. It was, I couldn't make it quick enough, but we do offer bourbon and rum and gin, and those are half off all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's not my bread and butter. It's more or less like the bourbon. It's like Jack Daniel's, but it's a little better quality. It's not as sweet. It's a little smoother. The alcohol content's a little higher. It's like borderline bourbon snob, bourbon, where if someone has a collection, they might want it, but it's definitely not going to be their highest one. But I mean, it's normally $35 for a jar of bourbon, and they're half off. They're $17.50, so you can't beat it.
Yeah, there's no way you're getting that quality of bourbon for $17. So yeah, if you're a bourbon fan, make sure I got to try that before I go, because that sounds wonderful. So you're branching out into other things like gin and the tequila. Sorry, I forgot the word already. The
Guava.
Guava.
Yes. So that's great. Do you make that all in the same location?
We do. It's like we don't do it that often because it's not our bread and butter. It's not our biggest seller. But I just didn't have the time when the pandemic went down to get the proper still and just to go through the colas and stuff like that. And we were worried about the hand sanitizer too for a quick New York minute there.
I remember when everyone was making hand sanitizer.
Yeah, so we still have a little left somewhere. We use it for ourselves. But we do make it all in the same location. We sell some of it. The bourbon's the biggest seller, though. We find it. Because what happens is we're trying to get people that would, we sit here and watch people as right now going to the state store. And this product that I have isn't for everybody, but there's people going in there grabbing a bottle of wine, or they're grabbing a jar of vodka or bourbon. I will say the vodka, I filtered that 8 times also. It's equivalent to like Belvedere.
Wow.
So it's and once again, it's normally $35. We sell it for half off. So we're trying to get people that normally wouldn't drink moonshine because they hear this and they just, like you said previously, if somebody's never been here before, what do you do for them? And say, hey, well, if you don't do it, we do. We have vodka for you too, and we've picked up a lot of people because of it.
That makes a ton of sense. So yeah, Belvedere drinkers out there, walk right by the state store down the street and just stop in here and try it out, because I think you're going to be really pleasantly surprised. So yeah, as we come to a wrap up here, what else do you guys want to plug? What do you want to talk about that's coming soon, maybe to this store, or the new locations, obviously, but what else is coming up for 2021?
We normally do events, and because of the pandemic, we haven't done a lot of events. Unfortunately, the home show got pushed from March. They assured us it was going to happen in April. It didn't happen in April. They said it was going to be October now, but it's only 3 days, and we're not allowed to go for some reason. But we're starting to do some events. We have a bunch this weekend. We're going up to Erie. They have a home show up by their convention center up there. It's a gorgeous location. It's nowhere near the size of what we have here in Pittsburgh. So we're trying to hit many events. Last year we didn't do too many farmers markets because of the pandemic. The year before we maybe did like 8. I think we have about 16 to 20 lined up for this year. So we're trying to just get the name out there still, promoting. The new flavors, like I said, the strawberry chocolate milk. In the summer, we're going to have an orange. We're calling it an adult orange push-up.
Ooh.
It tastes just like the push-up when we were kids. It tastes just like that. It's that cream base again. That one will be offered as a moonshine flavor, and we'll put it in a slushie machine, and that one will be in the summer. We're focusing, like I said before, on the drinks to go. That seems like what everybody wants and everybody's happy with. And then blink your eyes and they'll be getting ready for Christmas, and I don't know what to expect for Christmas yet. We do have a candy cane flavor. We do have a gingerbread flavor. We have an eggnog flavor. It's a huge hit. The eggnog is the cream base, and it has alcohol. It's not the eggnog you buy at Giant Eagle or whatever. So we're just plugging along here. We're a little company that I started myself a little more than 4 years, well, 6 years, because it took 2 years to get all the permits and the legal red tape. Our first year we did about maybe like $80,000 in sales, and last year we did $1.5 million. So we're growing. I mean, I wish sometimes I wish it could be faster, and sometimes I wish it could be slower. Kerri, my general manager, has been with me since first Christmas.
Yeah.
First Christmas.
Nice.
So she's seen it, and we're up to almost 20 employees now.
Wow.
So I mean, we're looking to, like I said, to open these new stores within the next year. Basically, we have to get new permits done. My liquor lawyer, Caputo law firm, they've been so good with me. They've done a wonderful job. They do anything, but they specialize in liquor. And they're doing the permits for the 6 more locations for me right now. So we're excited. We really are. It's a lot.
Man, that like growth in sales and the employees, like, I mean, just becoming a driver of local employment in the area. Like it's amazing that these are small locations. You start them up and in a couple years, look at the sales, the employment, the impact on the economy and everything in the area. Yep. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we don't know what to expect with the economy this year. It's just been so tough to tell. This is, I guess, my 4th recession, if you want to call this one a recession, but the 4th. And it's just this one's so different than the other ones where, you hear a lot of restaurants are finally allowed to open up again, but they can't find any employees. We've been very blessed. We have a really good group of employees. I push them a little hard sometimes, but they seem to be happy overall.
Yeah.
Great.
So, we were always looking for more people. We just brought a guy on that worked a job for 25-ish years, and we brought him aboard, and he's going to be full-time here pretty soon. So we're just
plugging along.
Yeah, we're just plugging along.
Plugging along.
Yep.
Plugging along.
And I keep kind of coming back to it. It's almost like you guys sell a bit of nostalgia, I feel like, in a glass when you do those like retro, like all the flavors that you come up with are really remind me of like that orange push pop. Like,
yeah.
I can taste that without it being anywhere
The
near
cinnamon
it.
candy's like it too. It tastes like a cinnamon candy. At the beginning, I actually called it Fireball, and I got a letter from California saying you couldn't do that. So I guess it was a compliment in a way. We weren't even that big yet, but it was over Christmas. We had to change all the labels. But I used a little dragon and the whole thing.
Right.
I said you can't do that. And I found out too they're the same. The Fireball liquor is the same company as the Fireball candy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I found that out too. So,
Huh.
Yep.
Amazing. Oh, Kerri, anything else to add?
No, just come on down and taste some moonshine and
Yep. Even if you don't think you like moonshine or your
You'll like
neighbor's
it.
stuff wasn't any good, this isn't what you think it is. It's the same stuff. I've made a couple adjustments from the beginning. When I did this out of my house or basement or backwoods or whatever, it's basically the same stuff. It's just legal now.
There you go. That's the big difference.
that's the big difference, yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, Tim, Kerri, thank you so much for joining me here today on Inside the Distillery. You can listen back every month. We always have a new guest on. We take you inside to meet a different owner, a different brewer, different winemaker. Whatever you're interested in the Laurel Highlands, we'll bring them to you via this podcast every month. So that about wraps it up for me. Any parting thoughts? Where to follow you guys on social media?
We're on Facebook. If you Google our Country Hammer, it'll take us to the website. I would like to say thanks for having us part of the Laurel Highlands, even though the only store that we have is this North Huntington that's part of the Laurel Highlands, but maybe my future locations will have another one in. But the program's been really good. We get a lot of people in, especially on Saturdays. They come in with the books, and they come in with they want their, like the chip or whatever.
Right.
We actually put an extra person in the store because of it.
Wow.
Just to make sure they get weighted on right, and we can give them the experience and everything. Like I said, everybody kind of wants that, get in and get out, but they want the experience too, and we can do that for you. We can get you in and out in 5 or 10 minutes and offer the samples and everything. But we do get a lot of people with the a lot.
Great. And you guys have been great partners. That's why we love to include all the different places, not just the breweries, not just the wineries. It's everything that makes this region unique. And I think you guys are a big part of that. So thanks for being, a part of this from the beginning.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Of course. And that remains for me, Jared Bundy, Director of Digital Marketing with Go Laurel Highlands. I'll be signing off for another month, and we'll take you inside another brewery, taproom, winery, or something else I might discover yet within the next month. Thanks, everyone.